But alright guys, we're here showcasing off the new GODSWORN deck. This is utilizing the new Link God Dragon with Judgment Dragon. It is a really nasty combo because what it allows you to do is OTK your opponent and your opponent can't really stop you. As soon as Link God comes out, it's going to destroy all the cards. So basically has Judgment Dragon's effect. And then on top of that, you can JD your opponent after that, just in case anything is able to protect itself, which you'll see here in these plays. So we're going to go for our first turn Link God Dragon, which is unaffected by everything, which is a boss monster. It is a Link 5, but Lightsworns can actually make pretty great use of it, because if you run the Perform Mage, we got Trick Clown, we got the Hat Trick as well. You're able to summon this card quite easy. But all you have to do with the next turn is just follow it up with the JD, and pretty much this card will be immune, so he goes ahead and activates that Void Feast. But it doesn't matter, he's going to set another card. Again, it's going to be game over, man. He's going to actually pull off something really nasty over here, which is going to be a double Link God Dragon. This is not something that you'll see all the time, but all it does is require 5 monsters. They can be whatever, and he just got wrecked by a double Link God deck, utilizing just the Lightsworn cards. Now, there is some more insane plays that you can pull off, like I said, with this deck, which really just come down to utilizing Judgment Dragon, as well as the Link God Dragon deck. So, it's a pretty simple deck to play. All you gotta do is RNG, get lucky, and you'll be good to go. He's getting stopped by one hand trap over here, and the guy's got a overflow as well in the back row. But Lumina is basically 3 monsters, and then you go right into Raiden, and then Raiden will send 2 more, get some RNG going. He's going for Minerva, extra RNG, and then he gets a double plus off that. Minerva going to send a red reboot, so he's not going to get any plus off that. But he goes for the Link God, and he's going to also summon Phantasm to try to draw some cards. But unless you draw a Nibiru, it doesn't matter. This is the OP combo right here, guys. Judgment Dragon and Link God Dragon. This already pops everything. If you happen to use a Dark, Earth, Water, Wind, and Fire, which you won't be able to really do in the Lightsworn deck too consistently. If you really try, you could probably do it. But all you really need to do is summon this card, summon Judgment Dragon. Judgment Dragon's effect will not actually destroy your own Link God Dragon, and 3 plus 5, that's 8. So that's game. Every single time. And that's why I figured is super OP. But yo, I gotta give a shout out to my boy, Stardust YGOPRO over here. He's the one that figured this out, because I was playing a Link, I recently did upload a Link God deck, but I feel like the Lightsworn one is even more fun because it lets you OTK immediately. Most decks, when you go ahead and use all your cards, you won't be able to have like another 3,000 points of damage. But with Lightsworn, a lot of the cards, they're just kind of fodder over here. You could probably make this in a lot of different decks, but to be able to pop all of your opponent's cards and then follow up with another 3,000, you're looking at Judgment Dragon. He's one of the best for that. Now this guy has the Magician Navigation, but don't worry, we got Red Reboot just in case. He's going to go ahead and RNG once again with the Lumina plays. That's what really it comes down to. Judgment Dragon pop everything, and he's just like, yo, that's going to be game. Now, if you guys are thinking, oh, wait, that's all you do in the deck. No, hold on. Just wait. But if you guys enjoyed this video so far, yo, drop a like on it for our boy Judgment Dragon coming back maybe in 2019. I feel like Lightsworn is always a deck people do play all the time, and we haven't really gotten any new support, minus like the pop-up Lightsworn variant that I did play recently. And you could even put the pop-up in here, because all it does is make it so you cycle through a few of your cards, and then you're going to be paying some life points. But look what you can do in this deck. You've got a card that's immune to everything, and then on top of that, you have an Naturia Beast, which is going to make it so you're going to stop every single spell that your opponent throws out at you. And this guy is playing some variant of Blue Eyes, and obviously that's not going to be going through at all. He's just going to negate every single card, and every time he's negating, that's more Lightsworn, which means potentially, well, in this case, we also got a Trick Clown, but potentially means more cards, of course, for Judgment Dragon to potentially be summoned, but it doesn't really matter at this point. It's OP, man. It really is. I didn't think about this combo over here. And watch what happens against this guy that's also playing multiple copies of Crackdown. This is a relatively control-heavy deck, right? He's got the Eater of Millions, he's got Link Karibo, he's got 2 copies of Crackdown, as well as Solemn Strike over here. But the thing is that he's going to go ahead and summon Wolf and Lumina, go into another one. Maybe he should have Solemn Striked at this point, but he's probably thinking, I'm going to wait for him to go into a bigger card. He goes ahead and makes Minerva, and he's going to go ahead and stop Minerva right there. But remember, Minerva has that extra effect that can pop some cards. He's also going to go ahead and summon Multi-Faker. He's going to go ahead and mill some cards. He decides he's just going to go ahead and pop it. Bullet Bolt activating that effect. Damage Shoulder, going to go ahead and search out Hat Tricker, and then we're going to go ahead and make the Link God Dragon. And unfortunately, Crackdown is just irrelevant. He can target it, but it's just unaffected by everything. So that means it's all over. It's no chance at all over there. And he's going to go ahead and set up some cards. But that is basically what the GODSWORN deck will do. Pretty much it's beating your opponent as soon as you go ahead and summon this card, because I mean it's OP. He goes ahead and tries to take the JD. Not that it really matters, because at this point, yeah, it's game over. He's gonna go and stop that. JD popping everything. I love that. Just seeing everything go away, and then that's gonna be game. But we've got more plays. Like I said, the deck does have a few more options. This is another variant also of the deck. If you guys want to see the most savage play, it's right here. Okay, watch this. Watch what this guy ends up getting dirtied by this variant of the deck. So this one will require needle fiber, I guess, in a part of the combo here. But it's still the most savage play with the GODSWORN deck. So sorry, Yugioh is indeed out here. Gonna get that additional summon. Felice, a little bit of RNG with the Lightsworn, summoning the Link God Dragon. Lumina, gonna go ahead and go grab that extra token. Then we're gonna go ahead and go for Wolf, baking this card to draw 2 extra cards or special summon the card. He's gonna go ahead and go for Cyber Sign, pay 5. And then we're gonna go ahead and now see, this isn't a tag duel, by the way. Alright, so we've got the Last Warrior from Another Planet. The guy sets 3 cards. He can't summon. He's got a card that's immune to everything. And on top of that, no traps are going to be able to be activated. And Last Warrior from Another Planet, pretty OP. Because when he comes out, he's supposed to pop everything. Alright? His opponent can't summon. And if you link God into Last Warrior after, Link God Dragon doesn't actually get destroyed by Last Warrior. So basically, your opponent just loses. Okay, let's just put it lightly there. And he dirtied him with a Royal Decree. I mean, can you ask for more in a duel? Not really. I feel like the guy, unless you like Exodia'd him after this. I mean, I bet you could Exodia, because again, there wouldn't be very many outs to this at the end of the day. If you summon Nat Beast too, although Nat Beast would actually die to this, you'd have to basically protect Nat Beast as well. And then you're looking at like almost an unbeatable board. You'd have to like Nibiru you, but you can't even Nibiru. Yeah, you can't do anything because you can't even special summon. I don't know. It would require too much basically. You might need that card where it's like you activate and like it negates all the effects and your opponent can't. Was it the? Gosh, I have it. I have it right here. Anyways, it's that new spell card. But anyways, we got this last replay over here versus a Magical Musketeer deck over here. So once again, Illumina, so good. Basically bread and butter of Lightsworn, and then we're also getting the Hat Tricker, which is going to allow him to go right into Minerva. Extra cards, Wolf. And there's also another card that would be newer to Lightsworn that I haven't seen in a really long time. But once again, JD, this card, he's also got that face-down bluff charge of the Light Brigade. Good stuff, but this deck has no chance. Because once you summon this, you require the Magical Musketeer that no one plays. It's like the big boy in the Magical Musketeers, and then you have to beef up the attack of one of the Magical Musketeers. I forgot, is it the Cross Dominator? Okay, that's the negate effect. Is it Endorphin? Okay, yeah, you'd have to do that just to beef it up, and then on top of that, it cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster anyway. So then next turn, you basically have to deal enough damage to him, and that's not happening. He's gonna go pop everything. He's gonna go ahead and cross domination that, but. Again, how do you deal with this? And then the other Judgment Drag comes out, and that protects his magical muskets, but it doesn't matter because now he's just JD effect again, and that's 8,000 with no monsters left on the field, and that's game, dude. That is the power of the Link God Dragon coupled with Judgment Dragon. So the Link GODSWORN, or GODSWORN is what I want to call it. But anyways, yo, shouts to my boy Stardust for giving me the gameplays as well as the deck profile. If you guys want to check him out, I'll leave him down below. But this is his build, so again, shouts to him for figuring this out. So in this build, we've got 3 copies of the Judgment Dragon, and 3 copies of Wolf, 3 copies of Raiden, 1 copy of Trick Clown, 1 copy of Damage Ogre, 3 copies of Felice, 2 copies of Hat Tricker, 1 copy of Revival Golem, 3 copies of Lumina. This is a newer card that I haven't seen in a while, but basically it's kind of like Wolf. If it's sent from the deck to the graveyard, you get to special summon it or add it to your hand, but you're going to special summon it every single time. This could be one one of the Earth targets if you really want to try to go for the colors. And then we got Jet Synchron as like another color. It's kind of too hard, to be honest. You can also maybe Treeborn Frog if you really want to try to push for the pop effect. But like I said, it's unnecessary because you will JD them anyways. But 3 Luna, 3 copies of Minerva, 2 copies of Jet, 1 copy of Glow Up, 1 copy of Dot Scrapper, 3 copies of Solar Recharge, 1 copy of Foolish, 3 copies of Into the Void, 3 copies of Charge, 1 copy of the Lightsworn Judgment, and 3 copies of Red Reboot. For the extra deck, we got Trishula, Michael, Maturi Beast, Jet Warrior, the Bujin Tsuchinoko, or Kaigutsuchi, sorry. And then we got Castell, 2 copies of Minerva, 2 copies of Dante, 3 copies of Link God Dragon, 2 copies of Kyrios. But as far as suggestions for this deck, obviously hand traps can be tactically used. Another card that I think is excellent is Impermanence. That card along with Red Reboot. I feel like this card is a win harder card. If you guys are looking to maybe make this a little bit more competitive, you can throw in the hand traps. You could also technically throw in Impermanence because it just helps deal with potentially anything that could stop you. I know Red Reboot kind of does the same thing as well because you're very reliant on that play. Maybe Called by the Grave could also be in addition here to maybe protect your Lumina from getting negated or somehow stopping you mid-combo. But anyways, that's the deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more crazy decks like this, like the GODSWORN combo deck, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and you'll definitely see more. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one. We out.